guys, so in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to get the most out of your HomePod Mini to make it as useful as it can be, because I had the HomePod Mini for a few months before I actually started using it all that much, because I didn't know all the features that it actually had to make it useful other than playing music. So these tips really helped me, so I really hope it will help you guys get more out of your HomePod Mini. So the HomePod Mini is about $100, but I don't think it's supposed to be competition or a replacement for the $300 HomePods. I feel like these are for a whole different range of consumers and just has a whole different purpose. That purpose being having as many HomePod Minis in your house as possible. In the event, you can see they really focus on having multiple HomePod Minis in a family and having everyone use them in different rooms in the house. So I feel like that really is one of the main points for this, is to just get you even deeper into the Apple ecosystem and have it all work together seamlessly. One of the main features of the HomePod Mini is controlling your home. So whether you have multiple smart devices or just lights or whatever, you can control them all with your HomePod Mini if you have it installed in Apple HomeKit. You can just say turn off all lights in your bedroom and then it will do that all, no problem. You don't have to worry for a switch or anything. Just ask your HomePod to do it and it will do it with ease. Turning off and on appliances with your HomePod Mini is just the basics when it comes to the things that you can do with it. You can also set up automations on your HomePod Mini to just make it even more useful. Setting an alarm on your HomePod Mini instead of using it on your phone, I think can help a lot of people who want to prevent going on their phone first thing in the morning. So you just set your alarm on your HomePod Mini in the Home app and then just wake up with that instead of having to reach for your phone and then just scrolling through social media in the morning or something like that. So I think setting an alarm on your HomePod Mini is also really useful. If you have your HomePod Mini set as an alarm for yourself in the morning, if you forgot to put your volume down the night before when it was maybe on 100% and the alarm goes off in the morning, it's going to be very loud and it's probably going to wake up your entire household. So something you can do to make that not happen is setting an automation. So creating automations on your HomePod is really easy to do, and you have this one option that says at a certain part of the day you can adjust a certain thing. So you just want to set your volume to a certain percentage, like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. So when your alarm does go off, it's going to be at a low percentage volume and not all the way to 100. So to make the automation to have your HomePod Mini at a certain volume at a certain part of the day, all you need to do is you go into your HomePod Mini settings, go down, and then you go to the area that says automations. So I'm going to click on add automation here, and then I can set a certain event. So I'm going to set it at a time of day occurs, and then you're going to set which time you want your volume to change. So I'm going to go for, let's say 6 o'clock in the morning. You can also set which days this happens. So maybe just in weekdays when you have your alarm go off, it can be like this. And then you can click on next, and then you can select the accessories that you want to do and what you want to do with that accessory. So I have my HomePod Mini selected here. You can go to audio then and then select what you want to do. So I'm going to select adjust volume only and then set the custom volume. So I'm going to go for like here, very, very soft. And then just set that and then go back. You can do that, click on done, and then you have that set. If you're one of those people who can't fall asleep without having something in the background or certain noises in the background, the HomePod Mini, you can play free ambient noise throughout it. So Apple does give free ambient noises that you can use. So you have something like waves or white noise or rain that you can play with your HomePod Mini, and you can also set an automation to have it stop at a certain time as well. So you can do that if you want to fall asleep to a certain sound also. One of my favorite features with the HomePod Mini is intercom. So you can use this when you have a bunch of HomePod Minis throughout your house, or even if you have just the one HomePod Mini, this can still be useful for you. I think this feature is especially helpful to communicate with the rest of your family. So you can either have it two ways. You can do it through the HomePod Mini, so you can just talk to your HomePod, say intercom, and then talk, and then the message will go to all the iPhones and HomePod Minis in the house. Or you can go on your Home app, go to the intercom section in the top right, and then just intercom, and then it will go to your HomePod Minis and iPhone. So either way, you're gonna get your message spread throughout your family, whether it's with the HomePod or with the Home app, but the intercom feature really is an amazing feature. Another very useful feature is the Find My iPhone feature. Most of you probably know about this, but I actually didn't, so I was living in a rock for a bit. But finding your iPhone with the HomePod Mini is so useful. I literally used it a few hours ago when I couldn't find my phone. Just said with the HomePod and then just ask her to find my iPhone, and she did that. So it's really helpful if you're someone who loses your phone a lot. And you can even find other members of your family's phones through it. So you just say find whoever's phone, and then it will search for their phones if you have them in your family sharing, and then you can find it for them. So that's all really, really nice. And then we have the most obvious feature, which is music. But there are so many things when playing music that you can do to make it even more useful for yourself. One of my favorite things that I do the most is doing handoff with my phone. So if you don't know what handoff is, you just play music on your phone, bring your phone closer to the HomePod, and then it will transfer it to the HomePod. So then it will start playing there. I use this so often because it's just so easy to do. So handoff is really a very useful feature if you haven't used it before. Another cool thing is when you want to play music and you're asking Siri to play music, you can actually say play everywhere, and then she will play the music on every single HomePod that you have in the house if you have multiple HomePods. So that's also really, really useful feature if you want to play music throughout the entire house. Obviously, you can have voice controls with your HomePod, but you can also do just like manual controls with a few taps. So if you didn't know what these are, you can do a long press to activate Siri. You can tap once to play or pause your music, tap twice to skip a song, and tap 3 times to go to the previous song. So these are really useful features if you're just close to it and you just want to quickly do something. You can do that with one tap or a few. So really, really useful controls also on the HomePod Mini itself. One of the coolest things that I think is that Siri can actually hear you over loud music. The HomePod Mini can be super loud, but you can still say and she will recognize you, which is really nice. So I really, really think that is a cool feature, is that she can recognize your voice even through a loud room. Also, something that I feel like people forget is that HomePod is not just for music. You can even listen to podcasts on your HomePod. Really easy, just throw your podcast on your HomePod Mini. You can just listen to it even louder and even better quality. So yeah, just don't forget, you can even listen to podcasts with your HomePod Mini. I also feel like one of the places the HomePod Mini is most useful is in the kitchen. So obviously you're busy working with food. I love making food and your hands are dirty. You can't really do anything with your phone. So you can just easily talk to Siri. You can ask her to set timers, which is a really useful feature. And also you can ask her for recipes and ask her to send the recipes to your phone, which is really amazing. So you can even do that with the HomePod in your kitchen, which I think makes it really useful. The last thing I want to mention that I think is really helpful is when talking to Siri from across the room, sometimes you can't really see whether you activated her or not based on the animation on top. So what you can do is you can go into the HomePod Mini settings in the Home app and turn on sound when using Siri. So then she'll make this little ding sound or whatever when you actually activate her, so you can be certain that you actually activated Siri. So yeah, that was my video on the HomePod Mini and how I think you can make it really useful for yourself. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any more tips and tricks that you want to share with us. I would really, really appreciate it. Definitely subscribe by clicking on the icon on the screen. Click on the playlist to see all of my other HomePod Mini related videos, and click on the video to my previously uploaded video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!